Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Megan.
What's up?
If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Follow us on all social media at the Brooks Bench. Join our Discord, link in the description. We're back, a portal update. I know it's been a while. We've been busy with WNBA stuff, fantasy stuff. So we wanted to give you guys our reactions because some of the biggest names have finally committed, found their new home, and we wanted to give you our reaction to that. But first, let's get into new portal entries that happened right before the deadline a couple of weeks ago. Let's get into it. So there was a couple that really stuck out. One, Layla Filia. You remember Layla Filia from Michigan? She entered. She was redshirt last year with Texas. She should have never left Michigan. Michigan would be nice. I mean, Michigan's nice now, but with Layla
Mhm.
Filia, man, it'd have been nice. So she is now in the transfer portal. She has a do not contact tag. Miracle Shepherd from LSU left. She ended up committing to Cal. You guys, you lost Ali Quebec.
Yeah.
That was a bummer. I liked her. She's in the portal as well. And then Tonda from Texas. This one actually it kind of surprised me, but it didn't because they signed Bria Cunningham, which we'll also talk about. But I like Tonda. I thought she was really impactful for Texas. I think in a bigger role, I think she could grow.
Mhm.
So I was a little shocked by that one because I did like to see her at Texas. But obviously, you guys know the portal is closed. I think the last count was like 1,500 athletes are in the portal, which is
Crazy.
insane. But with that said, let's get into some commitments. I know there's a bunch of commitments that have happened, but I remember from our last update, I just wanted to update you guys with the people that we had originally talked about. So starting off, Marta Suarez, TCU, and it's funny because we joked about where do we think Marta is gonna go, and we both said TCU, and then the next
Mhm.
day it literally happened. So I think it's a good fit. TCU, the transfer portal Avengers, they're uniting again. I think they're gonna be right in the mix this next year. Aaliyah Guyton from Iowa is going to Illinois. Bria Cunningham's going to Texas. I love this. I feel like she got lost in the sauce in Arizona. I know she was notable coming out of high school, so I'm curious to see how she does in Texas. I think it's going
Mhm.
to be a good little match over there. And then Saka Newman, the freshman from UCLA. All the freshmen left, we know, but I know we wanted to track where all of them went.
Mhm.
She went to Indiana. And they were saying that Indiana was heavily already recruiting her initially, and so it kind of made sense that she went back there. 6'3" freshman, number 30 recruit in the 2024 class. Any comments on any of these four commitments? No, something light.
Yeah.
We're starting light, and then we're going to end with the heavy hitters. You guys already know what we're going to be talking about. Another freshman from UCLA, Alina Arensalo, committed to UNC. UNC, I like that. I liked her when she was at UCLA and they gave her some minutes. I was like, okay, I see it. Like, I see the vision. So UNC is going to be interesting. Tiana Todd committed to Ohio State. Tony Morgan is going to Kentucky. I like this. Will she fill Georgia Amore's spot? I don't know. I think it's
Mhm.
interesting though. I think she could put up some numbers. And then Kylie Watson from Notre Dame goes to Villanova. Over to the next group. There's a lot of people that we're updating you guys with. Cara Dunn goes to USC. Love it. Georgia Tech standout. We always talked about her in our recaps. Juju is obviously going to be out for all of next season probably. So I like this. I think it's good. She likes to score and USC's USC. I mean, what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna need someone that can come in and score while Juju's out, so it's a good pickup.
Alicia Econowas commits to Maryland. Very shocking that she left Duke, but now she lands in Maryland. Meg, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they needed a scrappy player like this. I think she'll fit in well.
Yeah, maybe she wanted a bigger role. I don't know. She was coming off the bench in Duke, and I think. Do you think like she's gonna have a starting spot in Maryland?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Maryland. Yeah, Maryland's gonna be tough. Some good signings from the portal already. Vanessa De Jesus commits to Notre Dame, and then last year Poa commits to Arizona State. I do want to point out, I know Arizona State got the new coach. I really think they're going to be sneaky. kind of like a TCU vibe, like, transfer portal Avengers vibe.
Mm,
Just watch over there. Kiyomi McMiller goes to Penn State. It was a big, big, big. Did you see like the debacle? Like everything
uh-uh.
she was saying. Basically, she gave the reason she left Rutgers because they didn't want to win. And then everyone was like, well, why'd you go to Penn State? They're pretty much like
Uh-huh.
last, I think they're last in the conference. They're like, why'd you go there? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get, I
Yeah.
mean, what do you think the vibe is going over there? Like, what do you think?
I don't know. Like, you mean the vibe at Rutgers or what?
No, like Keone McMiller, like, is she
Oh,
trying to
just her and
prove
in general.
something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, we saw during the season the whole social media stuff. Like, she has to grow up a little bit. Like, you gotta do things in your own house and not share it with people. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
But it's like, I don't get why, if Rutgers didn't like to win, why'd you go to Penn State? They obviously not in the
I don't
winning
know how many
category.
teams were like even really going after her.
We named a couple. I think there were some good teams where like they were winning. They had a winning,
Hmm.
above average. Does she stay at Penn State?
She's probably gonna hop around as much
Yeah,
as she
I agree.
can.
I agree with you. Janiah Barker goes to Tennessee. Tennessee is racking up this transfer portal. I think they're what do you rank them? I think they have probably the number one ranked transfer portal in my opinion.
Hmm.
They're going to be tough getting some depth in that big position. I like it. I mean, what do you think about Tennessee's moves so far?
Yeah, I mean, they a lot of players want to go to Tennessee because they like that style of play. They like that up and down. They know they're going to get minutes because she does the five out,
Yeah,
5 in, 5 out. So,
yeah.
um, I think Janiyah, she plays really good defense and she'll be able to play that style of basketball. So, I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
it's a good fit.
Aaliyah Del Rosario goes to Vanderbilt. Denham Shields to Ole Miss. Ole Miss and Tennessee, man, they're racking these recruits. I mean, not recruits, commitments up. Over to our last little group before we get into the heavy hitters. London Jones at USC. How do you feel about this?
I mean, they needed a point guard. So,
Why
with
would,
Kaylee Heckle leaving, I mean, they're
but
sticking
like,
with that short guard though.
but like, why? But no, she's 5'4". Kaylee Heckle's like 5'9". Like
But I'm just
that's
saying they're
huge.
small. Like I guess Heckle was taller, but
But why leave UCLA to go to USC? To shine more?
wasn't happy, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, don't you think it's interesting? You go to a rival? Is that not like,
How many years does she have left, London Jones?
I want to say this is her senior year, no?
So she might have another year after this, though.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, Juju's out. So maybe they are looking to go to a team where she's just going to get minutes.
I guess. Ziona Walker from Kansas State goes to Colorado. Kylie Kitts goes to Ohio State. Chloe Kitts' sister. Obviously, we talked about her. She's played at Florida. I like this for Ohio State. Depth in the big range. I heard Kylie Kitts is pretty talented. I know we didn't
Mhm.
see a lot of it in Florida because I mean we didn't watch a lot of Florida games. They weren't that hot. They weren't good. So this is a good opportunity for her. And then lastly, to round off the updates, Jersey Wolfenbarger leaves LSU and goes to Tennessee. Another Tennessee commitment. So that is Tennessee's just racking them up. Another big piece, 6'5". I know she didn't do much with LSU, but
Mhm.
still, like you said, 5 on, 5 off. A lot of opportunity, and I think that's what you said, right? Tennessee's going to give players a lot more opportunity to play.
Mhm.
They're not so stuck on a 5 to 6 players where it's like,
Mhm.
that rotation, right? But let's get into the big commitments. Some of the big names that we were keeping our eye on. Medina OKOT goes to South Carolina. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, South Carolina, they always do well when they have a nice big.
Yeah,
So, leave it up to Don to make sure that they filled that position. So,
definitely. 6'6" junior, average 11 points per game and 9 rebounds per game. Just filling that big spot, like you said. And Ashton Watkins will be coming off the ACL, so we don't know timeline on that. But I agree with you. They play good with their big. So I think it's a good commitment. I know people like, social media, they joke about like, oh, South Carolina needs that All-American big, and that's what they were missing last season, and that's why they lost, yada, yada, yada. So excited to see how Medina Okot grows. I know she was a spark at Mississippi State, so curious to see how, Dawn can expand on that and how she impacts South Carolina. Though I know South Carolina fans are very excited about it. Tamia Scott goes to Alabama. I wasn't expecting this. Alabama, lost a lot of their key players. I mean, but that's probably why she wanted to go there to shine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Tamia Scott averaged 16 points last season, 6 rebounds a game at Middle Tennessee. So like I said, lost Serah, Ashley Barker, Jose Green, and Aaliyah Nye. Dang, they lost a lot of people.
Yeah, but
Um,
she's probably thinking they'll build around her. So
Maybe. I mean, she's a talent. She's talented. Alabama needed that. I love it. You know what? Alabama's funny. I like Alabama's coach. She's like funny, like very animated. Like will fight for her players on the court. I don't know. She makes me laugh when we watch them play. Um, and then let's go over to Malaysia Fulwiley going to LSU. Man, everyone said it was going to happen. I mean, there was rumors in the Discord before she even hit the transfer portal that she was likely to transfer. Um, and then when she hit the portal, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, she's going to LSU." We have some leaks, but I mean, what do you think, Meg? What do you think about this move?
I think she just felt like she needed more minutes, and she wasn't getting that at South
Yeah,
Carolina. I think that's really what
that's
it comes
just
down to. She's
straight.
going to be able to go to LSU and start. I
But
think that's just what it
you
comes
don't
down
think
to.
she was gonna get a starting spot next season for South Carolina?
Well, everyone's saying because of the Latson bringing Latson
Okay.
in and stuff that was going to take away from her, like that
Mm,
opportunity.
yeah.
I don't know.
So you think it was just plain point blank period? I want more playing time. LSU's gonna give me that.
And I feel like, she comes across like I can't say for sure I'm not in her locker room, but
Yeah.
to me she comes across as being a coach that she's not gonna say like, yeah, you're next in line, you're gonna be starting next year. She's
Mm,
based off like who's performing, who's doing well. I'm gonna take it all the way up to the first game of the season, and like if you're performing, you're gonna play, you're gonna start. Like,
mm-hmm.
um, I just feel like Fuwali was like, well, I know I can go to any other team and start. And I think she's
Yeah.
just at the point where she just wants to do that. She just wants to get her minutes and maybe show people what she can do with more minutes.
But
I'm
I
I,
mean,
I I'm not mad at the move because well, one side of me is like, dang, like you're leaving a coach that really prepares players for the W. Not that
Mulkey.
LSU, yeah, not that Mulkey doesn't at LSU, but still, it's just like that. Dawn has numbers behind her, but anyways, you could say maybe you got what you needed from there, and now you just want to get your college minutes. And I'm kind of excited that not that she's necessarily going to LSU because I mean it's so weird. Like the three guards is like none of them are true point guards. It's a lot of
Mm,
wing guard there, but so I wonder how that dynamic, like who's going to be maybe Michaela. They're going to have Michaela bring the ball up. I don't know. I don't
I
know
don't
who's
know.
their point guard. You know what I mean? Like who's their true
Mm-hmm.
point guard. I have some questions, but anyways, I just feel like it will be nice to see her on a team where she's kind of just let loose because
Yeah.
Mulkey lets them kind of like play.
Yeah.
So.
I'm more like, she could play star at any other team. I'm just like,
Mhm.
why LSU? Is it because she wanted
I
to create
think
that big
LSU is still
three?
talented. Yeah. I
No,
mean,
I'm not saying they're not talented. I'm saying you chose a rival. Like, I want
no,
to know
yeah, but
what's
I think
behind
she
that.
wants to stay in a competitive, like, we
Like
know
the
how
SEC.
competitive, yeah, that how
Yeah.
competitive that league is and how, they're up, LSU is up there, still
Mm-hmm.
a winning school. They've obviously just came off of having a championship not long ago. So
Mm-hmm.
I think she just wanted to stay in that environment, but just wanted a team where she'll have the minutes behind her. I don't
True,
know.
true. I'm not mad at the move either. I mean, you have to do what's best for your career.
Yeah.
And when you see Tanai Latson coming in and you're like, I have to wait again, like that's 3 years in a row.
Hmm.
Like sometimes you have to take your career in your own hands. And she had to leave home. She's from South Carolina. So I'm
Yeah.
sure this was a very difficult decision for her. LSU now has the big three though. curious to see how it's all going to work out and how they're all going to play together. It's going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see how it works out, though, for real.
Mhm.
And then Serah Williams commits to UConn even after LSU brought her to the club. No, I'm just playing. Did you see they brought? I forgot. I don't know if it was really a club, but like they brought out like all the stops for Serah Williams. Obviously, she's very talented. We said it before. Wisconsin. They said she's the best Wisconsin basketball player they've had. And now she goes to UConn. Just seems unfair at this point. So. I mean, now
Yeah,
Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd, KK Arnold. I
yeah,
mean, Twin Towers in the middle. I mean, Sarah Strong's tall, but like not like super tall, but still two really, 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 really good bigs in the middle
yeah,
now. And Sarah Strong was already killing it last year.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. What are you thinking about it?
No, it's a good sign.
Man,
Yeah, that helps them a lot. So I'm excited for them.
I'm curious how their depth and all that works out for them next season, but they're still back. They're still UConn. They're still up at the
Mhm.
top there. It's crazy. It's a huge, huge signing for UConn. And then the last one that happened, I think it was today. Was it today that I told you this?
Mhm.
Gianna Kneepkens signs to UCLA.
Mhm.
Like when she first said go to the portal, I'm pretty sure. I mean, when she first said she was going to the portal, I'm pretty sure I was like UCLA could use her. This would be a
Mhm.
great fit for her. And then London Jones leaves, and that was basically their most consistent 3-point shooter. Like
Yeah.
consistent. This is great. This is what UCLA needed. This is perfect. I don't know. I mean, like, what do you think though? Like, obviously we said throughout the season they're missing that 3-point threat, but is this enough?
I don't think it's enough, but I think it does help.
It's a good step in the right
Hmm.
direction
Hmm.
to correcting where they were shorthanded.
Yeah.
Is that what we can agree
I
on?
think I still think they lost some solid bench players. Let's say that.
Because she never used her bench, so they said
Yeah.
bye.
So
Excuse me.
yeah, I mean, I think for them, Janiah Barker leaving was huge. I think if only
Yeah, that was a
London
bummer.
Jones left, then it might have not been too bad.
Yeah,
And if you still were able to bring people in, but then you lost both of them, and she was a solid six person off that played D, run the floor, score, like aggressive. But I don't know. I'll have to see it. I don't think she's enough though, but it was a solid pickup. Yes.
yeah. Well, when you lose all of your freshman class to the portal,
Yeah.
red flag, like you said, depth. Obviously, they're gonna get Sienna Betts next year, but I think this is a good fit for Neepkins, and also what UCLA was missing.
Hmm.
But I agree with you. There's still no really like proven depth. They lost all their freshmen. Janiah Barker's gone. Lennon Jones dipped. So,
Hmm.
but out of all the teams, like I think it was what Texas, UCLA, South Carolina, and Oklahoma, right? Something like that. I think UCLA was the best fit.
Hmm.
Even though Texas and UCLA to me were like the top of like they both need a 3-point shooter, so she would have fit in like boom right off the bat. But I mean, did you say you liked the UCLA landing?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it was good for them. I didn't think she would fit in as well as at Texas. So I think
No?
it's good though. I'm interested to see, but I just feel like it's not enough for them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, like we said, guys, I know we've been busy with WNBA stuff, but we want to pop in and give you our reaction to the transfer portal update, the major names signing. It's been a crazy week. NIL has definitely changed a lot of things, for the good or for the better. I mean, for the good or for the better. For the
Mhm.
what's it called? For better or for worse?
Yeah.
That's when you get married, huh? No, I don't know. Whatever the saying is. I don't know. I don't know if NIL is good or not. It's good for the players, I guess, but maybe not for the coaches. People will be asking for crazy amounts of money to play to transfer. I'm like, oh my God, just play some basketball, right?
Hmm.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be officially switching over full time to WNBA stuff, fantasy stuff. So if you want to tune in, stick around. We like to keep it light, keep it fun, right, Megan?
Yep.
Megan's a little grumpy today, as you guys can tell if you didn't catch that vibe, right, Meg?
I'm just tired. and traveling.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate your support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And thank you guys so much. We'll be back. Peace.
Peace.